Welcome. Today we are integrating Crowdin with Linear project management tool. We are going to use new n8n community node that was developed by Crowdin. If you don't know n8n, it's a workflow automation tool that allows you to automate any workflow or any tool and integrate it with Crowdin. Note that this is a community node that wasn't officially approved by n8n yet, so you cannot use it in the cloud, but you can use it with a self-hosted n8n. So first, I'm going to show you the integration itself. So I'm going to show you how we can push content from Linear to Crowdin and from Crowdin to Linear once translation is done. And then I'm going to show you the full setup and what you can do with a Crowdin node already. Okay, so let me show you full integration. So I have my n8n ready and Linear and Crowdin ready to go. First, what we have to do, we have to create new issue to trigger this integration. And we have to add source target languages plus obviously attachments, basically file for translation. And that's it. That's all the requirements, right? So we have to add Crowdin mention. We have to add source and target languages plus file for translation or files. And we create an issue. As you can see, issue was created. Let me go to Crowdin. Let's refresh. The issue was created. Let's refresh our Linear issue. Yeah, it worked. So basically what Crowdin did, it created a project for us. And once the project was ready, it notified the creator of this issue that the file is ready, and now they just have to wait for this file to be translated. As you can see, our file is here, so all of that is ready to go, and we can assign translators. What also Crowdin did, it created tasks for us. So now we can basically mark them as in progress. Once we change the status of these tasks to done, integration will trigger, and it's going to download all translated files from Crowdin, and it's going to insert them back into Linear. So first, let me machine translate these files very quickly. Okay, so as you can see, both are ready. So now let's go to tasks. Okay, so we finished our tasks. So now let's go back to Linear and figure out if it's ready. Yeah, as you can see, it's ready. Integration added to comment that both files were finished. And now we can basically download our file to a local drive. Okay, so let's see how the file looks like. Yeah, so the file is translated. This is how full integration works, right? Very simple. There are a few requirements, right? We have to create an issue, we have to mention Crowdin, we have to provide languages and file for translation, and that's it. And the rest is going to be taken care of by Crowdin and integration. Okay, so now the setup. So first, obviously, you have to self-host n8n yourself, and then you have to download n8n node from Crowdin repository. You have instructions here how to install this. And also you have access to few integrations already, right? So I already used this integration for Linear, but as you can see, you have one for Jira, as well as one for Teams and for Slack. Okay, so once you install Crowdin node, the only thing that you have to do is you have to create workflows. It's very simple. We click create workflow and we can import those from those templates that were provided by Crowdin. So let's say we import the one for Jira. And as you can see, this is fully functional workflow. The only thing we have to do is we have to follow instructions that you have here. So basically we have to provide obviously Jira API keys, right? You have to choose your model and provide API keys. And you have to provide API keys or authorization to your Crowdin instance. But once you do, you will have a fully functional workflow ready to go. That doesn't mean you have to stop there, right? This is just a jumpstart for you. So you can start with this template, but you can build on it. You can remove some stuff. You can add more steps, maybe add more integrations and customize it for your company, right? So this is how you basically can start with n8n and Crowdin. And let me quickly show you how Linear integration actually looks like. We start with issue creation, right? So we create an issue and then our integration is looking for mention for Crowdin, right? So that's the first requirement, right? And then we are using AI to basically look at the description and basically figure out all the languages that needs to be translated, right? And we are using Claude here. And then once we do that, we create a project inside Crowdin and we attach all the files. If there are no files, integration will add a comment saying that, there are no files to be translated, but let's assume there are. So basically we add all the files inside that project And once it's successful, integration is adding a comment. Okay, so let me show you the second integration. This is triggered when all the tasks are done. So we are looking for a webhook, and we are basically checking if all the tasks are done, right? And then we, once they are, we validate the data, and we download all the files that are translated, and we upload them to our linear issue that we created. And integration also adds a comment at the end. So as you can see now, this integration can make your work seamless. Now you don't have to create any projects manually anymore. You can integrate with almost any tool you have inside your tech stack and create your custom workflows. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions.